Here's a little quick news, guys, about James Gunn talking about using Darkseid. A lot of people think that because Salvation is the universe that Peacemaker is trapped in and that they're going to be using now in the DCU as a prison for metahumans who can't be held in Arkham or Belle Reve. They think that because in the comic books is attached to Darkseid, that's how they're going to bring in Darkseid to James Gunn's DCU. But he said in a recent interview, and I quote, "Using Darkseid as the big bad now is not necessarily the thing because for a lot of reasons, Zack did it so cool in his way and because of Thanos and Marvel." So basically what James Gunn is saying, and I applaud him for this, because to say that, man, that was one of the dopest depictions of Darkseid in a live action. No. I'm gonna let that one simmer for a few more years. Zack is holding the crown on that, not Superman. No. He definitely stepped in and delivered the proper Superman. But not to take it away from Henry Cavill, I'm full of shit because I've watched Man of Steel 20 million times. I love Henry Cavill, but in terms of the type of movie that most people wanted, he definitely did the right thing. But I found that very interesting that he gave Zack Snyder that level of props. And it also makes me feel that there's definitely a place for Zack Snyder in James Gunn's DCU. As I suggested before, I think him doing Sergeant Rock would be fantastic. But I like the idea that it's not going to be Darkseid, which means you have a bigger playground to shuffle through and pull out a threat that maybe a lot of us never saw coming. Everyone has their cards right now on Brainiac, but we'll see. He could be Superman's big baddie, but for the entire DCU, it has to be something more threatening than Darkseid. I wonder who that could be. Guys, drop some comments. Throw in some suggestions. Let's get some conversations going about this. What do you think of James Gunn not wanting to use Darkseid? Let me know your thoughts. Peace.